Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com, and welcome to my craft room. Today we're going to continue to play with the Floral Frames bundle. I absolutely love this. Now let me get up real close here and let me show you this definition in here, in this leaf. I'm going to show you how to do that with the Big Shot platform right there. I'm going to show you how to emboss. I love that. Now, I did make my own DSP back here. We're also going to do that together. Let me give you the dimensions of this card first. I used some Granny Apple Green, and it is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and it will open like this, like a book. My inside layer is Whisper White, regular Whisper White, not the thick, at 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. And the piece that's on the outside is regular Whisper White, 5 1/4 by 4. That's all you need to make this card. These are the layering pieces, is all you need. And then of course we're going to use this on some Granny Apple Green, on some scrap Granny Apple Green. But as far as putting the card together, that's really all you need. I used some vellum here. Isn't that beautiful? That really softened that look up. I love it. And then our Whisper White envelope. And I used some glitter enamel dots here, down in this color area right here. I love these. My daughter saw these yesterday and said, "Oh, that looks like the candy we used to get on the roll." And when she said that, I was like, my goodness, they do. They really do look delicious. Okay, so with this, we use the Floral Frames bundle right here, and it's in the annual catalog. I used on the inside, I used this sentiment, "It's a Beautiful Day," from Love What You Do. Let me show you that. Just like that. I'm starting to put things in opposite corners. I really like this cascade on the inside of my cards. I thought I'd pass that on to you. Now, if you order $25 in product from me, I send you these 2 free card kits for the month of December. There's a link below that will tell you about the December free card kits. It's just $25 in Stampin' Up product from my online store at StampinInTheValley.com, and I will be happy to send you those free card kits. If you are a new customer, you will get an annual catalog, a holiday catalog still, and then you will be on the list to receive the occasions catalog and the celebration catalog for free. If you're already a customer of mine, those are in the works to be mailed to you when it's time. So look for those in the mail. The occasions catalog is absolutely so much fun. And a lot of coloring in it. For me, a lot of new things to color, I should say. Not a lot of coloring, because there's stamping, of course, but there's a lot of new things to color. I'm very excited about that. You guys know I love to color. I wanted to show you this little thing that Stampin' Up is doing. I showed it on my last video. It's called Cut and Ready Card Base Packs. This is a test in my area. They asked if anybody would be interested in just, trying to, if you guys wanted to order any of these. Now, there's a little note right here that says, "The card base packs are retired colors and available while supplies last." This is, like I said, it's a test in my area, and being a demonstrator, I like to pass these things on to my customers because this is amazing. You get 25 card bases in all of these beautiful colors that are retired. Soft Sky, Tempting Turquoise, Island Indigo, Wild Wasabi, Always Artichoke. I miss Always Artichoke. For $4.95. That is a fantastic card base. Then on this side, that's the winter pack. Then on this side, this is the Valentine pack. Wisteria Wonder, Elegant Eggplant, Rose Red, Pink Pirouette, and you get 24 of these card bases, again for $4.95. That's a fantastic buy. Even if you didn't want to use them as card bases and you needed the cardstock itself, that's a fantastic buy for how much you get. So the item number on the winter pack right here is 152069. The item on the Valentine pack is 152070. So like I said, there's certain areas in the United States that have received this. My area, Tennessee, happens to be one of them. at this time. I don't know if they're going to do this. They're going to do it in other areas, but it's not across the whole United States. So some demonstrators might have this special and some might not. So that I just wanted to pass that along to you guys. So I will be back in a moment and we're going to put this beautiful, fun card together. I'm going to show you this technique on how to use your, let me move these things out of the way, the Big Shot platform, and how to emboss with your dies. All right, that's the technique we're going to go over. I'll be back in a moment. I've moved my Big Shot in. I've got my Granny Apple Green. As you can see, I've been doing these because I've been having fun with it. So I want to lay this down here. What I do is I just measure this, and then that's the width of the paper that I cut. That's all that I do. Sometimes I give it an extra 1/8 of an inch just to have a little bit of room. So I just put this down and I put the cutting edge down. I have the magnetic platform, a cutting plate, and my project, or my paper, my die, and now the cutting plate on top. And this is the sandwich you would make to cut anything with a framelit or a thinlet. That's the sandwich that you would make if you were using the magnetic platform. So now let's take this out of here. And most of the time it separates, and that's okay. You know, like this separates from this. And be very gingerly with this because you have little stems. So move that out of the way. And we have our die and our cut piece of cardstock. I want to move my magnetic platform with its platforms. I always keep my platforms separate. So I cut on some and I emboss on some, and that's what we're going to do now. Now here's the sandwich for the decorative injection holes when you have that on a die. First, what you want to do is use your Big Shot platform, and then you want a cutting pad. A cutting pad is the clear plate. That's what they call a cutting pad. Then you want to use your die, but the cutting edge needs to be toward you. So turn it around. Turn it upside down. Then you want to take your project and put it back into the die just the way that it came out. Let's see. Just the exact way that it came out, just like that. If you think that it's going to slip around, you might want to add a little washi tape, but we're fine. Then you want to take the gray silicone mat and you want to place that on top of your project. Then you're going to take the impression pad, and that's your sandwich for the embossing. And you're going to roll this through. This is so beautiful when it comes out. I love it. Do you know now every framelit, you can emboss with every framelit? We have a very snowy day here in Upper East Tennessee. Diego's coming through. I've got about 8 inches of snow in my backyard. Now watch when we take this apart. I love it. Look at the detail. Okay, so here is it. I wanted to show this to you. This is what it looks like when it comes out. Just cut with the framelit, which is great. But this is what it looks like when you emboss and you have the decorative injection holes right here. Look at that. It just made that project, if you ask me, guys. Okay, back in a minute and we will start to put everything together. Before we can put the card together, we need to do just a little bit more Big Shot work here. I have a piece of vellum here, and this vellum is just something, I picked this up, guys, at like Office Max or something. This is inkjet laser vellum, because sometimes I do like to run things through the computer, and it almost looks etched. Let me get this piece out. You see, you can't see through it, so it's almost like an etched kind of piece of paper. I love it for this. It's very thin, and I've learned to use vellum with using my paper pumpkin projects. They've showed me how to layer with it with those projects that I've done, and I really like the effect, and I thought it would look great on this card. So these are some of the die cuts that come in the framelit collection. And isn't it nice? We have 2 of each. Isn't that lovely? I love when Stampin' Up! Gives us multiples. So we run this through here, and we just cut these out of our vellum very simply, just like that. And they're very delicate. Isn't that pretty? Just so delicate. Let me hold that in my hand. Just so delicate. We're going to layer with these. Let me move this out of the way. Now you want to get some Daffodil Delight, and I used Pool Party and Daffodil Delight. And you want to make another cut with these same elements. This is just a piece of Pool Party that is scrap, and I want to go ahead and run these through the Big Shot. This is why we always save our scrap, and if things jump around like that, you can move them or you can hold them down with washi tape. Doesn't matter. I could possibly put the Daffodil Delight in there, but we'll just do it like this. So I roll that through the Big Shot, and I make 2 of these little elements, and I'll show you right quick. And it doesn't matter if the tails hang off a little bit, because they're going to get tucked in. There we go. And we're going to get this other element right here. We'll put it together in just a few minutes, but they will layer on top of each other. That's the wrong side, of course. Okay, let me get this one. They will layer right on top of each other to make that frothy type of frosted Pool Party look that I was going for. So there's that, and we'll just run this larger one through. Let me get this out. The Daffodil Delight. I always save my scrap because look at how wonderful you can. There's still plenty of paper on here for plenty of other things. And I just, let's see, it really doesn't matter about that tail because like I said, it's going to be tucked in. It doesn't matter. And just roll that through. And now we have everything cut. I'll be back in just a moment with all of our elements and we'll put everything together. We're going to start with making our DSP. And from the Floral Frames stamp set, I used the double flower, and then there's this little sprig. Absolutely love that. So this piece, like I said at the beginning of the video, is 5 1/4 by 4 of regular Whisper White. I'm using Pool Party, Daffodil Delight, and Granny Apple Green. We will do the flowers in Pool Party first. I have a piece of grid paper underneath here, and we're going to stamp off of the Whisper White. Just kind of stamping randomly. When you make your own DSP, every piece is different. So just like that. Now, I'm going to take my chamois and I'm going to clean my stamp. Look at this chamois. Isn't that, it's loved. It is very loved in this craft room. I use it a lot, as you can tell. So that cleans it. You just dip it in water and it soaks up the water, and then it wicks the ink right off of your stamp, which is, it's absolutely fantastic and great to use with the Stamparatus. Okay, so now we're in our Daffodil Delight. You can go to stampinginthevalley.com and there will be a list, a product list of everything that we've used today. And if you click on it, it shows you the number and the price and everything of the item. And that will be on there later today at stampinginthevalley.com. Sometimes it takes me a little bit to get that caught up, I have to admit, on my website. So we've done those flowers in Daffodil Delight just randomly all over the place on this piece of paper, just like that. Now is where the wow factor comes in, is I take this little sprig in Granny Apple Green and I just place it in between these flowers, anywhere. Coming off of the page, you know, graduated. This one is lower and this one's higher. And then I just want to come up my page, moving my sprigs around, but I'm not turning them around. I want the bottom of it at the bottom. So just filling in all kinds of white space here. And like I said, when you do this, each page that you make is different. Nobody will ever get the same card, because this is you making the DSP all on your own, of which I love to do. I will be on my Facebook today at 3, and we are going to be doing a trifold card. Get your pen and paper. I've looked up a few different trifolds, and if you want some measurement, I'm going to have the measurements, and I'll show you just a few ways that I love that. Isn't that pretty? To do a trifold. It was I had a customer ask me about trifold cards, and so I thought, well, what a great way, isn't that beautiful, to introduce a nice trifold card. I haven't done it on my YouTube channel, is to get a few different measurements, a few different ideas, and maybe we could put, like, I'm not sure yet, 2 or 3 cards together. So we'll see what I get together. I haven't done that yet. This video first, and then I'll do that. But here is our DSP. Isn't that beautiful? You could do anything you want with that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let's get the inside of our card, and let's go ahead and stamp that with our flowers. Let's see, what color did we do in here? We did Granny Apple Green, and with this I really wanted to use the 3 flowers up in the corner. I want this one down in the corner here, and then it up in the corner here in Granny Apple Green. Just like that. Just like that. While we're at it with this, let me move in an envelope. These are our beautiful medium envelopes. They are so nice quality. Such a nice envelope, and I'm just going to put that in the corner. You know, isn't it nice when you get a decorated envelope? You're like, oh, I know where that came from. So I like to do that. Let's bring this back in, and then we're going to get our sentiment that I liked. It's a beautiful day, because I've got 8 inches of snow outside right now, guys, and I am loving it. I love to craft when it snows, and I love to craft in the spring and all through the summer with the window open and the birds singing. I absolutely love to do that. So we're in Daffodil Delight, and now this I will move my foam mat in because I'm on photopolymer. So just quickly do that. Tap that again. Probably didn't really even need to, but it's a beautiful day. It's snowing. I bet my grandson's outside playing in the snow right now. So there's the inside of our card. Let me move that aside, and let me move our base in. I'll close this ink. Right here. And let's see. Sometimes these get a little stuck. If they do, just wiggle the back of them, pull them back, and then they should go right in, just like that. It just means you don't have it all the way back. And they're a really tight fit because it keeps your ink moist. You know, you don't want something that is not kind of airtight there with that ink. And right here, I'm in the process of replacing all of my ink. So I'm going to open this like a book, and I like a larger border. You can use any size you want inside the card, but I really love that. That's so pretty. And here's our outside. We're going to go ahead and attach this piece to this card base, just like this. And of course we run out of snail. I always run out of snail on camera. I don't know why that is, but it is. Okay, right there. I want to move this, whoop, there went the stamp set. I want to move this grid paper out of my way. All right, let me pick this up right quick. Okay. So we have this done. And now we're going to move in our element here. So pretty. So pretty. But plain. So what I did on this card is I stamped the hello in Granny Apple Green and I cut it out with a circle framelit. A smaller circle framelit, and I left that circle there with the indentation showing. Then I went ahead and I stamped another one with one size up. And so I'm going to attach this to here. And whoop, that one's out. I'm going to attach this here. And tell me this is not true. Okay. I thought, are they both out? Because that could happen to me. Because it's me. Right, now we want to decide how to put this. Do you want it straight across? Do you want it like this? I want mine on an angle. Just on an angle. And I like this larger sprig up. So that's how I want to attach this hello. And this is stamped on a little bit larger Whisper White, the one up from that circle framelit. I just wanted to see how it was if we covered the entire circle. Let's see. Oh, are we committed? Let's see if we can lift that up. I just want to move it over, I mean a hair. We got it. Okay. So again, I want to put this side a little bit on an angle, and I want to, let's start right there. All right, now we want to attach that just like that. So this one engulfs more of the green and just leaves like a slight halo of the Granny Apple Green around it. And this one leaves a larger one. So let's see after I get this together which one we really like. How about that? Now on the back of here, we want to attach 4 dimensionals. And we're going to use some glue dots. And on here, you kind of want these at like 10 and 2 and 4 and 8 o'clock. If you're looking at this as a clock, you know, just like make a square of them, because I'll show you when you tuck in your little elements there that we're going to make with our vellum, how cute this is. So we're going to put our hello right here in the center. Keep the hello straight, and it'll keep your project at that angle. Okay? Now, that's cute, but, oh my goodness, I was like, oh, okay. That really brought it in. I love that. I just love it. We use a Daffodil Delight and a Pool Party, and we use all of our little elements that we have here. And I just took a glue dot. This comes from Paper Pumpkin Project, and I put it down here on the stem. You can use, you know, our mini glue dots are great. I just use these because they come for free with Paper Pumpkin. Now I'm going to put the one that matches up, the vellum one that matches up with this shape, on right on top of it. It can kind of even be a little off because you want it to shadow almost. Then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to attach another glue dot right here. And I'm going to place this element that we just made behind. In here, you're going to see where your dimensionals are. And then you're going to stick this kind of where one is not and push it down, and that will adhere. And do you see the dimension this gives? Let it be a little off, because that's what you want with this card. I love that. Now let's do our little Pool Party one. And I'm going to do the same thing, just right here on the little cutout. And I guess it's this one. Let's see. There's a right and a wrong side. You can see it on the vellum. I don't know if you can see it here. Let me see if that'll focus. Okay, that's the right side. That should be facing you. Watch when I turn it. See how it's cut in around the edges? You'll see it when you do it, when you run it through the big shot. But this is the frosty side that you want toward you. And it's the mirror, it's the exact image of the one that we cut out with the pool party. And just flip that over. And right here. This is a fun card in the craft room for the snowy afternoon, guys. Little elements, just making pretty pictures of foliage and pretty colors. I love greens. I love granny apple green. Absolutely love granny apple green. I can't believe I don't have a pink in here because I love pink and green. But I went with the pool party and the Daffodil Delight with it. So as I have this up here with the Daffodil Delight and the pool party, I don't want to put Daffodil Delight here to have it like that, straight. I want the Daffodil Delight up here and then the pool party here. So let's go ahead and do that. Just, it's because of your eye and what looks kind of symmetrical. You don't want it to get too symmetrical, I'll say that. And then there, and flip it over and use another glue dot. I hope you guys are having a nice pre-holiday season. We had our Christmas party at work, and that was so much fun on Friday night. It was nice to get out with everybody without being in scrubs. So that was nice. Because if you know, I'm a dental assistant. If this is the first time that you are watching me, and this stuck where I didn't want it to stick. So pick it up with your little pokey tool. I stick it in there, and I put it right there. Okay, it's inside the green. It'll fit in your envelope just perfectly, but it's on the top where the pool party is on the top right there. So here's our pool party. Little sprig. And here's this. Oh, I love it. I love this element. Like I said, I love paper pumpkin. You guys know that. It creates for me, but it also teaches me elements. So it taught me how to layer vellum on top of something to get this frosted effect. And I thought this was perfect for this card. And then this one, just right in here, use our little pokey tool, help guide it under everything. Now if I wasn't on camera, that would just slip right in there, but no. You just have to just roll with it. It's me. Okay, right in there. It's really not difficult. Okay, there. Okay. And see how it complements itself. It totally complements itself. Now I'm going to use the glitter enamel dots. So pretty. Look at that granny apple green. And I think that might be like a Coastal Cabana. But I think it just accented that pool party just wonderfully. This card, I put one of the granny apple green on top and two of the blue on the bottom. This one we're going to change it up. I'm going to put one of the pool party. And because we're on a larger surface, I'm going to use a larger dot. I'm going to put one up here, and then I'm going to put two green in the smaller, two granny apple green down here. Let's move this one here. Okay, and that is the card for today. Look at that before Facebook Live. We will be doing some trifold cards on Facebook Live. That'll be at 3 o'clock today. I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for stopping in with me at my YouTube channel. If I have a snow day tomorrow, I'll be on here again. Here's our pretty envelopes, both of them decorated nicely with our two beautiful cards. Look at that. Isn't that fun? I love the way we embossed with that, guys. That makes a whole new dimension with framelits. Whole complete new dimension of how and what to do. You know, if you're looking to add something to your crafting, this, I would highly suggest that. And it is the Floral Frames bundle. It's in the annual catalog. This is what we used today. And I used It's a Beautiful Day from Love What You Do. I just love this. So much fun. This was a lot of fun card to make. Thank you so much for watching. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com, click on the big blue button, order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. Hope to see you at 3. Happy crafting!